Hey, what is up guys, Massive here, back to do another video, and we are back on Tournament Highlands. This time I'll be playing as the Marked of Kane, I think, or it could be Blackhand, I don't quite remember. Oh, we're Blackhand, okay. Played a lot of games on this map, it's a very popular map, Tournament Highlands. Expect to see in the future some games featured on some maps that aren't so popular. Thanks to the newly released Legacy map pack, there's going to be some maps that haven't really seen play in some time, including Tournament Reef, which is quite honestly probably the most beautiful map made ever in this game, and it is certainly a tech demo for what is possible in modding overall. I'm going to capture both of my spikes, no problem at all. Now I'm versus random, so I'm not going to overcommit on anti-scan because if my opponent is a Nod faction and I went for a bunch of Cabals to anti-scout buzzers and he's a Nod, he just goes to Raider Buggy first, then that's just a disaster. I'm going to most likely lose the game right away. He'll get that Buggy out and kill my Cabals. Now, it's not as disastrous as it would have been years ago, because years ago, Raider Buggies, when they killed Cabals, gained 1 rank for every Cabal they killed, since Cabals gave as much XP as a Predator tank, which was a little bit of a bug. Though Cabals were OP in other ways, such as they were a full squad from the get-go, even if you sold them off from buildings such as Shredder turrets and power plants. Not only that, but they had more range as well. The famous DAT range that Green Zero used to say was a reference to the Confessor Cabals back in the day. Now, that was broken and it culminated in their nerf with R12, which was after Inca Open in 2016, where everyone was abusing Blackhand. Even myself, a Traveler 59 player at that time, was forced to play Blackhand. It was only Blackhand mirrors, and that's all it was back then. Jump forward to 2025, and every bug almost has been fixed in the game. There's no more exploits, and you can now play all 9 factions and have a reasonable shot at winning. Now, there are advantages to playing certain factions against certain factions. That's normal, that's by design, but it's not one faction, and there's no bugs, so that's good. Flame tank doesn't achieve anything. The Seekers came out, they just completely annihilated that flame tank. Now I do have 4 or 5 bikes. What has this done for my eco though? If you go back to my base, you can see my eco is in a terrible state. I'm going to target down these Seekers. I want to see if I can not lose a single unit off. Sadly, I did lose a bike, but I can't trade 1 for 1, okay? Considering my eco situation is 1 refinery and 3 harvesters, I'm going to have to play this one out in such a way that I need to just play insanely well. So I'm going for a really unorthodox follow-up. He's still yet to kill those bikes, but I'm going for Reckoners after the flame tank, and because of how late this is, he's not going to expect it. He is simply not going to expect this Reckoner. So I'm going to send this Reckoner across the map, and if he's distracted by killing the Reckoner, maybe the 5 bikes can kill a Harvester. At most it's going to kill 1, but it's unlikely now since those Seekers caught 2 of them. 1 Blackhand squad Reckoner going to target down his refinery. That's just a distraction. Really what I want is to capture his extractor at his second, and if I kill or capture the extractor on his expansion, then and only then can I bring back this game, since I'm so behind. But unfortunately he built a portal, and those disintegrators with their exceptional DPS just killed the Reckoner. Couldn't deploy near his base. I've got an engineer. I was like, yeah, well, let's just capture a portal around. I mean, I might be able to get some descents. Buzzers aren't too good, but a disintegrator. Now we're talking. Put that disintegrator inside of the Reckoner, and we can have a Descent Reckoner. A Descent Reckoner, guys. Is it going to do anything for me? No. It's going to get outranged by all those Seekers, but it's cool. That's a Descent Reckoner. Is it going to shoot? I'm like, yeah, kill that buzzer. Yeah, okay, it made an appearance in this game. So I think a like is deserved on this video for the appearance of a Descent Reckoner in a 1v1 game. Okay. Alright. 1 bike for me on no health. That's all I have. And a Cabal squad. Cabal squad, Blackhand squad. That's all I have though. Now I have to contend with this counter-attack. I'm going for a second War Factory before my 4th ref, since he's just going to counter-attack and kill me. He's now got the opportunity to send 2 or 3 of his harvesters to take that blue tip field. Since all the bikes have been cleaned up, he can now go ahead and take it, especially with these Seekers coming towards me. I'm building a score of attacks, I'm forced to, and since I know he may go for the juggler, he may put down reconstruction drones, he may put down lightning spike, he may use stasis shield, I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to go for a 3rd War Factory before my 4th refinery, since I'm very afraid here he's going to go all, I say this in quotation marks, he's going to go all in to kill me, but he didn't. So that was not necessary, but I will take the opportunity to try and take back some map presence. I don't want him to get all of the blue Tiberium on this map. If he gets both blue Tiberium fields, I'm almost certainly dead. Well, I am dead now, but I'm going to have no chance of recovering in this game. Even with the best micro in the world and the best engagements taken, he's going to be able to rebuild his army, even if he loses it twice over. And now things have just went from bad to worse. That attenuated force field has came online. No upgrades just yet for me. I don't have a tier 2, so I don't even have Dozer Blades anywhere near done. So Dev Tank back there as well. He's probably anticipating a Flame Tank. He's anticipating me doing some cheese, since I'm really far behind, and he knows it. He's going to go for his tech center, and he's going to build up tripods or mass Mechapede. Mechapedes are very hard for Black Hand to deal with. If I can kill a Harvester leeching blue tip, that's going to be great for me, but at this time I don't seem to be able to catch anything. I can now take the daring risk of going for it myself. I'm building more Harvesters. I've got Triple War Factory now. You want to build Triple War Factory as not if you were outspam Scrin, since the Scrin factories don't have that delay on them when the units spawn. They just come out of the wormhole, right? There's no door opening animation like the GDI Nod factories do. Now the Nod one is notoriously bad for balance reasons, of course, but you can offset that by building another War Factory. And that's what I did here. So I have 3. Only now am I building a tier 2 once again. It's going to be a miracle if I can get this blue tip though. I'm going to distract him in his base. That's not an upgraded power plant I'm shooting, but he's still going to make him focus on that instead of this engagement here. But he's most likely looking at these 13 Scorpion tanks, you know, with saliva, thinking, yeah, I'm gonna kill all those tanks right now, and Leaf's gonna die. That's most likely what's happening. I'm gonna go for this Dozer Blade upgrade. Flame Tank or 2 would be nice to kill with these distance, but I do have that garrisonable structure, which is going to be able to kill those disintegrators quite nicely for me. I don't have anything to deal with those dev tanks mixed in. He's got 2-3 dev tanks with that army of Seekers. I don't know, without man spam, how I'm going to contend with this, but I am building more tanks, and I am not stalling for fun since I don't seem to be reducing any units from my first War Factory. I want to get that back to work as soon as possible here. Harvester goes down there, and now these Mechapedes are out. He's taking a really good engagement, which is certainly not something I want to see. There's a blue tip crystal there that spawned from the dead Harvester. If Harvesters contain blue Tiberium and they're killed, they drop blue Tiberium. That's what happens in this patch. Dev Tank's getting some work done there. Look at that. 2 Scorpion tanks going down. But I'm not going to give up, guys. I'm not giving up. I got an army of tanks. That's 25 Scorpions. Do I have that Dozer Blade upgrade just yet? Oh my god, the timing was impeccable. The timing was absolutely insane. And now, the force firing. That's all I'm going to say. One mistake, and it's over. Okay, so far so good. We're targeting okay, but I'm taking splash damage, and he's moving those Mechapedes around, complicating the force firing a lot. Now I'm in deep trouble, since he's got a ton of Mechapedes now, and I don't have any real chance of killing a bulk of them. At most, I can kill the ones that are away from the main pack of mechas. You can go into tripods, but the Mechapede spam is a good idea, especially versus Black Hand, which struggle really, really hard against this type of strategy. But with me harassing his eco, he's not going to be able to rebuild these Mechapedes so easily. If I keep him from harvesting this field effectively, he even split off one of those Mechapedes to prevent me from taking blue Tiberium. Scorpion tanks of mine are lowering in numbers quite significantly. I've only got, well, I've got 17 now, but those aren't on the front line. I do have Triple War Factory. No portal, no... He's got photon cannons. Those aren't upgraded with the shard launchers. If they get shards, they're going to be very difficult to deal with. Shard photon cannons can be crazy powerful. Now, one thing he can do here is go for the Stasis Shield and lock down these forces. He's now going to use that dreaded line formation, which is very difficult to contend with. So at this point in time, what I should consider is go for a bunch of beam cannons, which will prevent those Mecha Bees from hiding as they're doing here. There's still blue Tiberium for me to harvest. I've got a lot of harvesters, so what I'm going to do is send all of the idle ones I have to that blue tip and get a nice boost in income. With Triple War Factory, I'm going to pump out a ton of beam cannons very quickly. Now he's building up more units. He's got 2 Warp Spheres. He may even be at this point going for Eradicator Hexbot. Another Mecha P goes down. 2 Mecha Ps, yeah, goes down. Definitely more effective than the Bike Buggy for Blackhand. So if you're ever up against this strategy as Blackhand, you want to be going for Scorpion Tanks as well as Beam Cannons. The Beam Cannons are there to kill the Mecha Bees that are facing away from your Scorps. And when the Mecha Bees turn to kill your beams, you just, you know, do this. And just target down those mechas. They don't have very much health. They are very, very effective, but they have that weakness that you need to exploit. And now as expansion is in peril, these beam cannons now are going to be able to contend with tripods and extractors. The one thing I'm a little bit weak against now is the disintegrators. That's why I built a flame tank. The flame tank is there just to kill the synths, which I anticipated he'd got a portal or 2. Beam cannons there. I'm going to target the Mecha Ps that are there. I'm going to target that one with the beam cannons. I cannot really misclick, and misclicking is fatal like it has always been. There's a heroic tank there for me. Not often you see a heroic Scorpion tank, and with that Stasis Shield no longer trapping units from the outside once the Stasis Shield has been cast. That was a bug back in the day. It's going to be quite good for me, and his Mecha Ps are also going to benefit from that too. Back in the day, your Mecha Ps are just stuck in it. But it actually helped, since I was able to snipe those Mecha Ps that weren't in the Stasis Shield, that were just running on the outskirts. That simply would not have happened in the vanilla game, or quite frankly, earlier 1.2 plus updates. That was a really big bug fix. Now these beam cannons are starting to focus down the portals. That's a secondary portal coming down. And now I went in for the crush. Those are blades. You don't take any damage by crushing disintegrator squads, and the beam cannons just not halt their attacking on this base. I need to take out as much as I can. With a heroic Scorpion tank, he's going to need more than a handful of Mecha Ps to deal with this. I don't have any eco coming in, but his situation when it comes to eco isn't looking too good either. Now I'm doing a mistake here. I'm targeting those Mecha Ps as he's facing me. I got 1 of those Mecha Ps, which is okay. He's going to try and push me away and split up my force and then target down those beam cannons. He really wants to kill the beam cannons. I'm going for Ritter Buggies too now, since I know I've got enough cannon damage on the map. And he's going for those disintegrators, just as I anticipated. The beam cannons should get to work on the portals just to stop those descents from getting into high numbers. Now he used his Stasis Shield, so he no longer has that available to him. More harvesters going down. That Scorpion tank that's heroic is at the back of the base. Harvester there idle for me. I'm going to reassign that. I noticed it very quickly. More Mecha Ps there for him. He's even got the shard launcher upgrade on the photon cannon. And there's some Cabals mixed in there for me. I think I just key moved them from my base. Dev tanks as well. He's trying to flank my reinforcements, but the main bulk of my army is what's really doing the damage here. He has not yet found a response to it, and these Scorpion tanks have been insane in this game. If I had not hit the heads on those Mecha Ps as well as I did, I would have almost certainly lost. It all came down to my ability there to target and deal with the pressure in the moment. Every second in that game mattered in the main engagement, and I was just able to win that fight. That could have gone either way easily, very easily, and I thought that was a really good game. Again, on Tournament Highlands, I started off with a really big disadvantage, and from there on out it was just non-stop action. A lot of unorthodox tactics from me to try and bring it back, but sadly it was to no avail. The strategies I employed didn't work with those Reckoners, but the Scorpion tank switch, the Triple War Factory, was what really won it for me. And the beam cannons, with their new damage increase They're still not as good as they once were in vanilla, but they do combine now consistently. Back in the day, they could not combine. They often bugged, which is unfortunate, but that isn't as common anymore. Hence how they got a slight damage decrease. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that game. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. I really appreciate that. And before I go, I'd like to thank my patrons for supporting me in this YouTube channel of mine, as well as the community patch, and keeping me motivated in doing what I do. And I much appreciate the continued support from you guys. So yeah, this is it from me, Master Leaf. Hope you all enjoyed it all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.